Hi guys, it's Lucy, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Nora and Kettle by Nicolle Taylor. So, Nora and Kettle is a very loose Peter Pan retelling. Very, very loose. Like, so loose, like maybe you should just throw that away a little bit because it makes sense, but you shouldn't go in. If you want to really buy the book Peter Pan retelling, this is probably not the book for you. But if you just want something that took the concept of Peter Pan and ran a marathon with it, then this is a book for you. It takes place right after World War II, after all of the Japanese American people are released from the Japanese internment camps that America had that no one really talks about, which is a good point that this novel brings up. Kettle is an orphan Japanese American boy who is living in a subway tunnel after he's run away from being put into an orphanage, and he's living with his band of lost boys who are other orphaned Japanese American boys, and he just lives with them in the subway tunnel, and he's working off the books and everything so he can make money to feed his lost boys and himself. And on the other end of the spectrum, there is Nora, who is the daughter of a very important civil rights lawyer who is actually putting together a case in order to get reparations, or whatever the term may be, for the Japanese Americans who were put in the internment camps. But while her father is doing all of this, he is also a very abusive person and abusive to Nora, and he's abusing Nora, physically abusing Nora, and all Nora wants is to get away from him, but she has a sister who she doesn't want to leave alone with him, and somehow Nora and Kettle's paths cross, and that is what the story is about, and it's told from both their perspectives. I ended up giving this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I think it brings up an important topic, and I think it will continue to bring up an important topic as this is the first book in a series. I'm not sure if the next books are going to be a direct continuation or what. Hopefully they are. That's what I would prefer to see, but we'll see. First up, we have the plot. For me, there wasn't a whole lot going on in the plot. This book focused more so on the characters. This is technically a historical fiction book because it's set in the 1950s after World War II, but it reads like a contemporary novel, and most contemporary novels, the plot isn't the main factor, it's just the characters. The plot was the weakest part of the book for me, but that wasn't really a bad thing for me. Although there wasn't too much going on with the plot, I did end up finding it pretty intriguing, especially where the topics of racism and abuse were concerned. I just found those really intriguing, and they did help the plot move along faster. Now for the characters, I ended up really enjoying the characters. Nora felt like a real-life abuse victim. She felt like someone you could find in real life. I kind of want to give a trigger warning for this book, as there is definitely abuse discussed in this book and depicted in this book, so if you cannot read something like that, then I do not recommend it. But other than that, if you think you can read something like that, then I do recommend it. I felt like Nora's reactions to everything that occurred to her were real reactions that someone in her position would have, although sometimes I didn't necessarily agree with them. I felt like they were what a real person would do. Kettle, I felt was a little less developed, but since, as I said, this is the first book in a series, I expect that we'll get some more development from him in later books. And I will say, if you want really developed side characters as well, this may not be the book for you, as I only felt one of the side characters was developed at all, and the rest of them were just kind of there. But for me, that wasn't a problem. The writing of this book is where this book really shined. All of the descriptions were very detailed, and it really felt like you were there experiencing what the characters were experiencing, and everything was just written so well. Overall, again, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I also did love the fact that it deals with topics that are not necessarily talked about a lot, and again, I recommend it if you have any interest at all in it. That is all I have to say about this book. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any opinions about this book, if you've read it, I'd love to discuss it down below. And if you like seeing me talk about books, then please be sure to subscribe to my channel because I make more videos where I talk about books. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!